discuss more about the specific changes for the aviation sector and the defense sector, we're now joined by Amber Dubey of KPMG. Amber, appreciate you joining us on CNBC-TV18. Let's start with aviation. The aviation policy was passed just last week, and now the government has opened up or hiked the FDI cap for the aviation sector. But the interesting part is that foreign carriers cannot go beyond 49%. So who do you think is going to be interested? What kind of money do you expect to come in?
Shereen, absolutely right. It was a very pleasant surprise. In fact, last week we were on your channel itself, and we were cribbing about the fact that while the draft said that we will consider 100% FDI in 2020, but the final policy did not mention it. But we then later on heard from some friends that there could be some surprise coming in, and we didn't know it's going to be of this extent. So very, very happy about this. Coming specifically to your point about the airline cap, yes, the airline cap has been kept at 49%, and looking at the way this government is going towards less government and more governance, we feel even that cap might go away with time. I think there is the right time for everything. But having said so, tomorrow someone like a Qatar can come in with a Qatar Foundation. Qatar Airways takes 49%, and the remaining 51% can be with the sovereign fund, or with some private equity, or with some individuals. So we can actually have airlines coming in India which are 100% foreign owned, of which 49% will be with the airline, and the remaining 51% can be with the individuals or other entities. So I think this is a game changer and will bring in investments, jobs, more global connectivity.
Well, that's an interesting combination that you're talking about, and a possibility of actually 100% foreign-owned airline now being allowed. Could we see the possibility of that? You're saying that this opens up Qatar tying up with the Qatar sovereign fund, for instance. Is that likely to be a real possibility, you think?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because in one go, what they've done is this whole drama around ownership and control, which we have been cribbing about for years, is now gone. In one stroke of the pen, this whole ownership and control thing is gone, because otherwise all it was doing was just creating more and more controversies, more talk shows, more newsprint, more lawyer fees, and we were not getting anything. Now, even in case of Vistara or AirAsia, their sovereign funds may come in and buy out the Indian share and make it 100% Singapore-owned or a Malaysian-owned airline. So all these things are now opening up. It's for the market forces to decide. The government's done its job and stepped back, and they'll focus more on.
Okay, let's now talk about the defense sector. Amber, money has not come into the defense sector, though we've been talking about it for the past 2 years. Now, with the possibility of control vesting with the foreign player, do you believe that the dollars will finally come in?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And 2 years back, when Mr. Jaitley had made that announcement of 26 to 49, we had predicted that we don't see much FDI coming in. 2 years later, we are sorry to say that we were proved right. And now with this opening, and plus, of course, there are lots of things to be done on the procedural side. The orders have to flow, because, who's going to come and invest if there are no orders? At the same time, the offset procedures also have to be tweaked a little, because right now we just do part manufacturing here. India will now have to change its offset policy and ask for entire platforms to be made here in India, and for the global audience, not just for the Indian Defence Forces. So I think a lot needs to be done, but I think a huge barrier has been removed. So I'm very happy. Shereen?
All right, Amber Dubey, appreciate you taking us through the implications of these changes for the civil aviation sector as well as for the defense sector. But let's now